Having a great password only goes so far when it's taped to your monitor. Let's talk about this. I'm Curtis, and this is More on Technology. We spend a lot of time talking about security and risk. Most organizations are implementing some level of cybersecurity awareness training, so it still surprises me when I walk around an office and I see a username or a password written on a sticky note that is stuck to a monitor or a desk phone or even the wall next to them. Would you write the PIN to your debit card on your debit card? Would you leave the keys to your new car sitting on the dash parked in the mall parking lot? Silly, but the answer is simply no, you wouldn't. Why then would we write passwords down and tape them to the monitor? Well, typically, it's because of password overload. We have so many passwords for so many things, each with their special characters, numbers, symbols, punctuation. All our heads are so full of passwords, we cannot remember anything. So what happens? Two things typically. One, we write them down and stick them somewhere. Sometimes on the monitor, sometimes in a notebook shoved in the desk. The second thing we do is we use the same password everywhere. Both of those actions are an invitation for disaster. Now, let me address a few common responses that I hear. First, the sticky notes in my office, no one will ever see it. Okay, that may be true, but is it really worth the risk? There are cleaning crews in your office. Other employees or team members come in and out of your office, and you're right, nothing may ever come of it, but if it does? Same passwords. It's easier to use the same password everywhere. Or, it's not the same password, I changed it a little bit. Listen, if a bad guy breaks one of those passwords, they know that most people will use a variation of that same password everywhere. So they've built tools to attack every conceivable variance of that password. So how do we solve this problem? We use different passwords, we secure them so they're hard to crack, easy to remember, and we don't write them down. So first, passphrases. We have another video on passphrases, but in short, strings of words that are easy for you to remember, throw in some numbers and punctuation, making it no less than 18 characters, and you have a good solution. Use a different passphrase for each system you need to access. For example, email is never ending, replacing a few characters, or back away from my bank, with unique spellings of some words. Those are two examples of passphrases that would be impossible to guess, but easy for you to remember. One note, you do not want to use the same shorthand that you would use in social media or texting for your passphrases. Keep them unique. The next thing to consider is a password manager, a tool that stores and encrypts your passwords or passphrases in a database that you access with, you guessed it, a password. But that password is backed with multi-factor authentication to remember. So, one password, not 36. Oh, and when you invest in a password manager for your organization, you pick up a few additional benefits, such as being able to allow assigned people to use a password, but not actually see that password. Passphrases and password managers are tools that you can use to protect your login information without increasing the intellectual burden you're weighed down with. If you want to know more, give me a call. We'll talk about it.
To learn more about how James Moore's Technology Solutions consultants can help you and your organization, give us a call at 888-387-6851 or visit technology.jmco.com.